In the fast-paced, convenience-driven world we live in, countless individuals unknowingly expose themselves to substances and habits linked to cancer. While modern life offers many comforts, it also presents a variety of risks, often hidden in plain sight. From the food we eat to the air we breathe, potential carcinogens are pervasive, and their effects are insidious. Despite growing awareness, many people remain either uninformed or indifferent to the long-term dangers posed by everyday choices. Processed meats like bacon, sausages, and deli slices have become dietary staples across the globe, particularly in Western cultures. These products are often preserved with nitrates and nitrites, chemicals designed to prevent spoilage and maintain color. However, when these compounds are exposed to high heat during cooking, they can form nitrosamines, highly carcinogenic substances. Nitrosamines are known to damage DNA, leading to mutations that can trigger cancer development. The International Agency for Research on Cancer, IRC, part of the World Health Organization, WHO, has classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, placing them in the same category as tobacco and asbestos. This classification underscores the strong evidence linking processed meats to colorectal cancer, a disease that claims hundreds of thousands of lives annually. Despite these well-documented risks, processed meats remain a popular choice, often due to their convenience, taste, and cultural significance. From breakfast tables to fast food chains, the pervasive presence of these products reflects a dietary pattern that, while satisfying in the short term, may have dire long-term consequences. Alcohol is deeply embedded in social and cultural practices worldwide, yet is a well-known risk factor for various cancers. Once consumed, alcohol is metabolized in the liver into acetaldehyde, a toxic chemical that can damage DNA and proteins. Acetaldehyde is recognized as a carcinogen, contributing to the development of cancers of the mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, and breast. Alcohol also affects hormone levels, particularly estrogen, which can fuel the growth of hormone-sensitive cancers like breast cancer. Furthermore, alcohol can act as a solvent, enhancing the absorption of other carcinogens, such as those found in tobacco smoke. The combined effect of alcohol and smoking dramatically increases the risk of cancers, particularly in the respiratory and digestive tracts. Despite these risks, alcohol consumption remains widespread, often encouraged by cultural norms, social gatherings, and targeted marketing. The disconnect between the known risks of alcohol and its pervasive consumption highlights a critical public health challenge. Efforts to reduce alcohol consumption through public awareness campaigns and policy changes have had limited success, with many people continuing to indulge, often unaware of the cumulative damage they may be doing to their bodies. Milk and other dairy products have long been celebrated for their nutritional benefits, particularly as sources of calcium and protein. However, emerging research has raised concerns about the potential link between high dairy consumption and an increased risk of prostate cancer. While the exact mechanisms remain under investigation, several hypotheses have been proposed. One theory suggests that the high calcium content in dairy products might lower levels of a form of vitamin D that protects against cancer. Another possible explanation involves insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, a hormone present in milk that promotes cell growth. Elevated levels of IGF-1 have been associated with an increased risk of various cancers, including prostate cancer. Despite these concerns, dairy remains a cornerstone of diets in many cultures, particularly in the Western world. The potential health risks associated with high dairy consumption are often overshadowed by its perceived benefits, such as bone health and muscle growth. As research continues, individuals may need to weigh these risks more carefully when making dietary choices. The modern diet, characterized by a high intake of refined carbohydrates and sugars, has been implicated in the rising rates of obesity, a condition that significantly increases the risk of several types of cancer. Obesity is linked to cancers of the breast, colon, endometrium, esophagus, pancreas, and kidney, among others. The connection between obesity and cancer is multifaceted, involving complex interactions between hormones, inflammation, and metabolic processes. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates and sugars can lead to insulin resistance, a condition in which the body's cells become less responsive to insulin. This can result in chronically high levels of insulin and glucose in the blood, both of which can promote the growth of cancer cells. Additionally, obesity often leads to chronic low-level inflammation, which can damage DNA and create an environment conducive to cancer development. Despite the clear risks, refined sugars and processed foods remain ubiquitous in modern diets. Fast food, sugary beverages, and snacks are not only convenient, but also heavily marketed, particularly to children and young adults. This dietary pattern is contributing to an obesity epidemic with far-reaching implications for public health and cancer prevention. Microwave popcorn, a popular snack for movie nights and quick munching, contains hidden dangers that many consumers are unaware of. The bags used to package microwave popcorn are often lined with perfluorinated compounds, PFCs, chemicals designed to resist oil and heat. However, when these bags are heated in the microwave, PFCs can leach into the popcorn. PFCs are known to persist in the environment and in the human body, where they accumulate over time. Research has linked PFC exposure to several types of cancer, including kidney and testicular cancer. Despite these findings, microwave popcorn remains a common snack, with few consumers aware of the potential risks associated with its packaging. The case of microwave popcorn illustrates a broader issue with modern food packaging and processing. As convenience foods continue to dominate the market, consumers are often unaware of the chemical exposures that may accompany their choices. Synthetic food dyes are widely used to enhance the appearance of processed foods, making them more visually appealing, particularly to children. However, concerns have been raised about the safety of these dyes, with some studies suggesting a link to cancer. Certain synthetic dyes, such as Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1, have been shown to cause cancer in animal studies. These dyes may contain contaminants that are carcinogenic or could break down into harmful compounds within the body. While the evidence in humans is still being studied, the widespread use of synthetic dyes in food products, particularly those marketed to children, raises significant health concerns. The debate over synthetic food dyes highlights the broader issue of food safety and the need for more stringent regulation and oversight of food additives. As consumers become more aware of these risks, there may be a growing demand for natural alternatives and clearer labeling. Smoking remains the single most significant preventable cause of cancer, responsible for nearly 85% of lung cancer cases. Tobacco smoke contains a cocktail of carcinogens, including tar, benzene, formaldehyde, and radioactive elements like polonium-210. These substances cause direct DNA damage, promote mutations, and interfere with the body's ability to repair genetic damage. Lung cancer is the most well-known consequence of smoking, but tobacco use is also linked to cancers of the mouth, throat, esophagus, pancreas, bladder, and more. The addictive nature of nicotine and the deeply ingrained cultural practices around smoking make it a particularly challenging public health issue. Despite decades of public health campaigns and regulatory efforts, smoking remains prevalent in many parts of the world, particularly among lower-income populations and in countries with less stringent tobacco control measures. The persistence of smoking-related cancers underscores the need for continued efforts to reduce tobacco use and prevent its devastating health consequences. Exposure to ultraviolet, UV radiation from the sun, or tanning beds is a major risk factor for skin cancer, including the most deadly form, melanoma. UV radiation can damage the DNA and skin cells, leading to mutations that accumulate over time. This damage is often irreversible and can eventually result in cancer. The risk of skin cancer is particularly high for individuals with fair skin, those who spend a lot of time outdoors without proper protection, and those who use tanning beds. Despite widespread awareness of the dangers of UV radiation, many people continue to underestimate the risks, often foregoing sunscreen or protective clothing. Tanning, both indoors and outdoors, is still popular, especially among younger populations, driven by cultural norms and the desire for a certain aesthetic. The continued popularity of tanning, despite the known risks, highlights the challenge of changing behaviors that are deeply rooted in cultural practices. Early detection of cancer through regular screenings can significantly improve treatment outcomes and survival rates. Screenings such as mammograms, Pap tests, colonoscopies, and prostate exams are designed to catch cancers at an early stage when they are most treatable. However, many individuals skip these screenings due to fear, misinformation, or lack of access to healthcare services. When cancers are detected early, treatment is often more effective and less invasive. For example, early-stage breast cancer may be treated successfully with surgery and radiation, while late-stage cancer may require more aggressive treatments with lower success rates. Despite the clear benefits, many people do not adhere to recommended screening schedules, often due to misconceptions about the process or a lack of awareness about their risk factors. Obesity is a significant risk factor for several types of cancer, including breast, colorectal, and pancreatic cancers. Excess body fat leads to the production of hormones, such as estrogen and insulin, that can promote the growth of cancer cells. Additionally, obesity is associated with chronic low-level inflammation, which can damage DNA and increase the risk of cancer. The global rise in obesity rates is contributing to an increase in obesity-related cancers, making weight management a critical public health issue. Public health campaigns aimed at promoting healthy eating and physical activity are essential in combating this trend, but changing dietary habits and lifestyles remains a significant challenge. The link between obesity and cancer highlights the complex interplay between diet, lifestyle, and disease, underscoring the need for comprehensive strategies to address these issues at both the individual and societal levels. Air pollution, particularly in urban areas, poses a significant risk to public health. Pollutants such as particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, and benzene are known carcinogens that can cause lung cancer and other respiratory diseases. Long-term exposure to polluted air has been linked to increased cancer rates, particularly in heavily industrialized regions. The sources of air pollution are diverse, ranging from vehicle emissions to industrial activities, and the impacts are felt most acutely in densely populated areas. Efforts to reduce air pollution through cleaner technologies, stricter regulations, and public awareness campaigns are essential in mitigating this risk. However, air pollution is not confined to outdoor environments. Indoor air quality can also be compromised by pollutants from household products, building materials, and poor ventilation. Improving air quality, both indoors and outdoors, is crucial for reducing the burden of cancer and other health issues associated with pollution. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that is the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. Radon is produced by the decay of uranium in soil and rocks and can accumulate in homes, particularly in basements and lower levels. Inhalation of radon gas allows its radioactive particles to damage lung tissue, leading to cancer. Radon is a colorless, odorless gas, making it difficult to detect without specialized equipment. Despite its prevalence, radon remains a largely unrecognized threat, with many homeowners unaware of the risks. Testing for radon and taking steps to mitigate its levels, particularly in high-risk areas, is essential for reducing the risk of radon-related lung cancer. Asbestos, once widely used in construction and manufacturing due to its fire-resistant properties, is now known to be a potent carcinogen. Inhalation of asbestos fibers can lead to mesothelioma, a rare but aggressive cancer, as well as lung cancer. Although the use of asbestos has been banned or restricted in many countries, it still poses a risk, particularly in older buildings. The legacy of asbestos use continues to affect workers in industries where asbestos exposure was common, as well as individuals living or working in buildings that contain asbestos materials. Proper management and removal of asbestos are crucial in preventing exposure and reducing the incidence of asbestos-related cancers. Formaldehyde, a chemical used in various industries and household products, has been classified as a carcinogen by the IARC. It is commonly found in building materials, furniture, cosmetics, and as a preservative in medical settings. Prolonged exposure to formaldehyde can lead to cancers of the nasal cavity and nasopharynx, and possibly leukemia. Despite its known risks, formaldehyde remains a common component in many everyday products. Ensuring good ventilation in homes and workplaces, using formaldehyde-free products, and following safety guidelines when handling materials containing formaldehyde can help reduce exposure and associated cancer risks. The pervasive presence of carcinogens in our environment and daily lives underscores the importance of making informed choices. From the foods we eat to the air we breathe, the risks are numerous and often hidden. However, by understanding these risks and taking proactive steps, individuals can significantly reduce their likelihood of developing cancer. Opting for a diet rich in fresh, unprocessed foods, limiting alcohol consumption, avoiding smoking, and protecting skin from UV radiation are all practical measures that can lower cancer risk. Regular screenings and maintaining a healthy weight are also crucial in early detection and prevention. Ultimately, the challenge lies in balancing the conveniences of modern life with the need for long-term health. By staying informed and making conscious decisions, we can navigate this complex landscape and take meaningful steps toward a healthier future. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content that dives deep into the hidden risks of everyday life. Remember, awareness is the first step toward prevention. Stay informed, make healthy choices, and share this video to spread the knowledge. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.